Welcome to another adventure with Getting Lost. This is Kandahar Street, and from here, which we were here last week, we will continue on our next part of our journey along Kampong Glam. And the first place we're going to go to is this place here, which is the Malay Heritage Centre, or Istana Kampong Glam. Built 160 years ago by Sultan Ali, the son of the Sultan Hussein Shah, the sprawling grounds of the Istana Kampong Glam is home to the Malay Heritage Centre. It features artifacts, murals, multimedia displays across 9 galleries. The museum traces the history and material culture of the Singapore Malays, as well as their contributions towards nation building. And also on the grounds of the Malay Heritage Centre, there is a small herbs and spice garden in the centre, and it shows some of the herbs and spices used by the Malay community. And one thing is very interesting is this plant here, which is called Tongkat Ali. Tongkat Ali is actually a natural herbal, very something like Viagra, where it helps the men get, So this is the plant itself. So in the future, if you see something like this, it may be worth digging up the roots. And over here, you see this dark blue flower. This flower is actually used as a dye that is present in a few of the Peranakan dishes in Singapore. They use this blue flower as a dye. I'm afraid that's the extent of my knowledge on herbs. If you want to know more, please come and visit this place. Anyway, this is the Istana Kampong Glam, and this is a very interesting building itself. And this is the courtyard, and if you actually notice around the courtyard itself, this is actually a walled compound with a walled area and gates. The Istana Kampong Glam, which is the building you see here, was the seat and historic home of the Malay royalty in Singapore. The first Sultan, Hussein Muhammad Shah, never lived in this building as he died in Malacca in 1835. The present building was constructed in 1840 by his son, as we mentioned earlier, whose name is Tengku Muhammad Ali, who was later recognized as Sultan Ali Iskandar Shah. The Istana is located at the Sultan Gate in Kampong Glam, in the Rochor area of the Central Region in Singapore. And luckily for us, beside us at that building itself, is actually a restaurant, and they're actually having a wedding there. So we are lucky enough to actually have some Malay traditional music, playing some kompang or Malay drums. So I would just let you listen to it to enjoy it. This yellow house is now a restaurant. Mamanda, a high-end Malay restaurant that serves authentic Malay cuisine, which includes royal cuisine. And the building itself is called Gedong Kuning. That's Malay. In English, it means yellow mansion. And it used to be the home to a Malay prince and his descendants. Let's just sit down now and enjoy some of the traditional Malay music. The Sultan is a shophouse-style boutique hotel nestled right in the heart of culturally vibrant Kampong Glam, faithfully preserved and recreated from traditional Singaporean shophouses. The Sultan retained many beautiful architectural features that hark back to a time in Singapore's past when Kampong Glam was a bustling shopping and trading district. This building here is actually the Madrasah Al-Sagaf Al-Arabia, or more commonly known as the Al-Sagaf Arab School. It was actually established in 1912 and is the oldest surviving madrasa in Singapore. Its beginning can be traced to the late 19th century when Syed Muhammad bin Ahmad Al-Sagaf started a small school in the family house at what was then Java Road. So basically this is a school itself that actually teaches boys and girls the tenets of Islam. Students here are also schooled in secular subjects such as mathematics, science, and the Malay language, in addition to Islamic studies, Arabic, and English. There's also another place in Kampong Glam that is very interesting, and it's worth a visit if you are here. This place is called Haji Lane. Haji Lane is actually a lane with rows of old-style shophouses frequented by young people. So along these lanes, there are a lot of independent fashion boutiques, Middle Eastern cafes, restaurants. So this street could be considered Singapore's narrowest shopping street at night. Because, first of all, this place is temporarily closed for car traffic, so you can easily walk through it anytime. Zigzag through all the shops, and you can see a lot of different things here, very interesting things, clothings, fashion, and of course, this place also has a bit of history. In the 60s and 70s, this area provided lodging for poor Malay families, and also it gave shelter to pilgrims on their pilgrimage to Mecca. So that's where this lane itself gets its name from the word Haji, which is a Malay word for a Muslim man who has completed a pilgrimage to Mecca. One thing about Haji Lane is when you walk through it, as you see through my walkthrough here, it has a very rustic charm. It has a very old world feel to it. When you walk through it, even though you are surrounded by boutiques, and small little cafes and restaurants, but you still get the feel of how things were like. You get feel how things were like, and then how modern world is like now, and they are actually combining together into this street. At the end of Haji Lane, as you can see here, we are actually near the Central Business District of Singapore, and this road here is actually called Beach Road. It's called Beach Road because this used to be the road just before the beach, before all the land reclamation has been done by the Singapore government. So this road here itself used to be the road before the beach. And here again is Haji Lane, and you can see there's actually nice little graffiti that they actually done on the walls itself that are actually quite picturesque. You can come here, many people do actually come here and take photos with that. Anyway, I really hope that you really enjoyed this cultural visits to Kampong Glam. It has been very interesting, it has been very colorful, and I hope you enjoyed it. So, you know what to do. Please like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to join me for my next adventure, wherever that is. Anyway, bye bye.